we are commending this to the year of 2050. 2050 will be the 100th year of operation of East River, and we thought that that would be an appropriate time to hopefully have sent forward a message from what is East River's 62nd year of operation now in 2012, that this is an organization that's built on a legacy of service to rural America, on a grand mission that was commissioned by Franklin Roosevelt in 1935 when, as President of the United States, in the depth of a Great Depression, concluded that the idea of taking electricity out of 15% of the geography of this country in the major cities and to provide that equal opportunity for electricity in rural areas should be undertaken. The rural electric cooperatives in this country stepped up and said, yes, we will do that, and East River is the product of that, owned today by 25 cooperatives and nonprofit utilities. So we are hopeful that the foundation that this building represents, in an organization that has worked very hard to be looking to the future, to respect the obligations that utilities should have to pay attention to their customers, will be a solid one for those who will be assembled in 2050.
On December 1st, 1950, East River actually opened its first temporary office, not in Madison, but in Sioux Falls. However, it was soon realized that to provide the necessary services to its membership, a more centrally located office in a more rural community was needed. So when a group of Madison businessmen learned of East River, they recruited the co-op to establish its roots in Madison. And on May 1st, 1951, this cooperative business began its long association with this community in this very building. With the headquarters renovation now finished, our building life extension project, which began in 2007 and included construction of the Madison Service Center west of town and the renovation of the Electronics Technology Center, is now completed. I'd like to thank the architect, Gary Stanley, and the project's general contractor, Madison-based Amert Construction. They've helped us with several projects and have done excellent work on each one of them. We are very pleased with the outcome of this building as a fine addition to the Madison business community. Yet the most important aspect is how the improved workspace will contribute to East River workforce in serving the needs of its 24 retail cooperative member system owners and the city of Elk Point, which provide essential electric service to well over 100,000 retail consumers in the rural areas throughout eastern South Dakota and western Minnesota. As cooperatives, we pride ourselves in doing what's right, so when we considered the building's design, it was the right decision to emphasize energy-efficient design features which our member owners promote to their retail members every day. The result is that this building will be a silver-level leadership in energy and environmental design, or LEED facility. The investment East River has made to upgrade and improve its facilities during the last few years, culminating with today's dedication of our renovated and expanded headquarters, is an investment in our future and the future of the Madison community. While the look and the feeling of this building has changed, one thing will always remain the same: the objective of East River to provide safe, reliable, and affordable wholesale power supply to the retail cooperatives in the city of Elk Point, which own us.
The entire staff of RS Architects is honored to have been a member of the East River team on this project. As Jeff mentioned and Jim mentioned, this project is the culmination of 3 East River projects in Madison. We first started with the new service center on the west side of town, which led to the remodeling of the former service center across the street, which allowed this project to move forward. And I want to thank Jeff and Jim and Dean and the board and all the other folks at East River for allowing us the opportunity to work on all of those projects. I also want to thank Don Emert for his good work in bringing our designs to realization. And finally, I want to thank John Green for his impressive painting. A few years ago, we started a program, Art for Architecture. I think this is our 7th venture into this, where we work with local artists to produce a piece to be displayed. John was wonderful to work with, and he exceeded all our expectations. So thanks to all for a great project. We look forward to the next opportunity.
Years and years ago, when I was maybe that tall and Dick was a couple inches taller, in the summertime, Henry, our dad, would tell us, yeah, we've got another one to do. And we would pile into the station wagon and grab a couple other guys, and we'd go out and we would put in foundations for substations for East River Electric. This was long before I was able to drive legally. This is like 1960 or so. Yeah, we've got another one the next year. And what it amounted to was we didn't have a backhoe at the time, but we had plenty of guys with shovels. And that's the first jobs that that we worked on for East River Electric. I have to say that it's truly, it's been very fortunate for our company to work for an organization as scrupulously fair as the people are here. It doesn't happen that way on every project. But it did on this one, and it has on all 3 of the jobs that we've done. Truly a pleasure.
We're very glad that East River chose to stay in the downtown Madison business district, because as you look around, anything that's 100, 130 years old, no doubt is in dire need of some renovation and development, rebuilding, and we are really working hard on that to get some of that done in downtown Madison. Many cities go through this, we've seen it in Sioux Falls and Brookings and Watertown and the larger cities. It is a continuous cycle of development that we go through, and aging facilities need to be replaced. Some of them can be saved, some of them can be used for historical preservation, but we can't save everything. And we have to be in a constant stage of development and keeping our downtown business areas alive, because the highways and byways of rural America are littered with cities and towns who said, we're just going to sit on our hands, we're not going to do anything, we're just going to watch the traffic go by, watch the world go by, and today they are gone. We don't want that ever to happen in Madison, and I think this is an example of the type of leadership and thinking that we need to keep our cities and towns going.
Dean Feisner, I introduced a little bit earlier in the day. Dean is, his official title at East River is project coordinator. More importantly, he's the guy that made sure that everything got done right. And when Gary Stanley and the architects screwed up, he fixed it. Isn't that right, Gary? Absolutely. Dean was very instrumental in so many different details of this building, so I want to recognize him. So what we're going to do is we're going to open or unveil the capsule so you can all get a look at it. I'll let those 2 guys do it. And here's the plaque that we're going to place on the wall, which is just down the hallway, that will say, behind this wall lies a time capsule placed February 29th, 2012, in miserable weather. No, it doesn't say that. In 2012, during the dedication of the newly renovated East River Electric Power Cooperative's headquarters building. It is to be opened on the occasion of the 100th annual meeting of the Cooperative in 2050. So, Jim, you want to open that baby up and give everybody a peek? We'll open it up and let everybody come down. We've spent quite a little time. Actually, we just stopped all of our business operations for a month, and we just spent time worrying about what we were going to put in this time capsule. And the result is everything from something that looks into the future to, I think we found as we were clearing out this building in one of the old safes, the very first check that East River wrote.
I don't recognize a word.
I don't either. Let's see what that's wearing. Yeah, I guess.
See one of those because they are. That's what that picture. Actually, I think that picture was taken someplace near my room.
Could have been something hanging there or something.
And something hanging there on the.
Yeah, so, you know, because we'd had that wall covered with a couple of different remodelings and stuff, so.